over that way.
It's the over yonder. All right then, fellas. Are y'all ready to drink of the great panacea?
No.
I got a fart.
Hello, everybody. Jesus. And welcome to another episode of Analytical Fanboys. I am your host, Winger Writer, and with me, as always, are the boys. Say hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
Amazon original.
Good. If you aren't aware, this is a monthly media cast where one of us picks a piece of media, shows it to the rest of the crew, and then we have intellectual discussions about it. Or sometimes we just make piss and poop jokes.
Pee pee poo poo.
Pee pee poo poo. And this month is my pick, my selection, and I had selected the classic anime Baccano.
Why?
It's one of my old favorites, and I kind of just wanted to rewatch it. And I was like, you know what? I have a feeling my friends would enjoy this.
Understandable.
Well, you were redacted.
Was he right or wrong? Or
Damn.
correct?
Was I right? Was I wrong?
Oh.
We'll find that out. But to dive a little bit more into what Baccano is it is a anthological? No, that's not the right word. It is multiple
Anthropomorphic.
stories. There's several anthropomorphic. It is several storylines happening in and around the 1930s Prohibition America, revolving around an eclectic cast of characters as they weave in and out of these stories in each other's lives. And throughout of it, we learn various interesting details because the stories are not told in direct chronological order. They are told to us in what I would describe as climactic order.
Yeah.
And that's Baccano. And we'll dive into characters and the plots as we go in. As we can already tell, I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. So, Buster, what were your initial thoughts on this anime?
Well, okay, so I was familiar with the original author's work, Ryogo Narita, before, through Durarara, because I haven't finished it, but I did read a bunch of Durarara in high school, and I really enjoyed that series, and even, like, I was just rewatching the openings, and it's like, oh, did the same, like, adaptation crew cover this anime? Because, like, there's a style of opening where it's like, here's the character, and then like here's the title card of the character's name that Durarara directly uses multiple times for its openings.
Well, it also makes sense because they're both huge ensemble casts.
Yeah, this guy loves drawing like a billion characters, but he manages to like make their interactions so flavorful where it's like, oh, there's a good reason to have a bunch of characters. And I did enjoy Baccano. Not as much as Durarara, but I did enjoy a lot like the adaptation we watched. I think we could have ended it at episode 13. The 14, 15, and 16 are still fine. They're just kind of like bonus OVAs.
Yeah, they are just bonus OVAs. You only need to watch the 13 episodes.
Yeah, and I thought, like, if I ended it at episode 13, I would have thought higher of the show. I'll be real. I mean, they're not bad episodes, the OVAs. It's just like, I just...
Yeah, they're just bonus
really
materials
strong.
that you got when you bought DVDs and volumes.
Yeah, exactly.
They aren't part of the anime.
Yeah, it just, like, the way the show was listed on the sites was just like, this is episode 14, 15, and 16.
They should have been listed as annuals.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what they kind of were.
Bonus stories, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch those because it said OVA.
Yep.
Fair.
Since we're talking to you, Snowcone, Cody, what did you think of this anime?
It's been a minute, I guess, since I've sat down and watched an anime I knew nothing about. I'll say I liked it. I will say I liked it. Just to get it out there, it's kind of hard to judge because normally I would have streamed it on something and I might be able to do something about that if I could hook up my PS4 and get a TV up. But I didn't have access to a laptop. I couldn't check anything else.
Yeah.
So I watched it on my phone, which was kind of hard. But I still got through it, and I mean, for the most part, I don't know. I will just sit with I am excited about it. I guess I understand more about how it was originally pitched, since I thought it was just going to be a Prohibition era thing, and like that was the whole point, not like general anime stuff set in that setting. So I wasn't really ready for that. I was expecting it to be some sort of like drama, honestly. I don't know why. Because I was like, oh,
There is
I mean, the
dramatic
time.
element.
Yeah,
It's heightened drama.
there's anime elements.
Yeah.
For the most part, I liked it. Some of the characters were a little tropish, and I can't remember exactly when this came out or when y'all said it came out.
2008, I think it was.
Yeah,
2007,
2007, it aired in
2008.
Japan.
So some of the stuff, all right. So I mean, yeah, it was a little tropish. Not that that's a problem either. It's just I genuinely liked it. I liked the setting. Train, always nice. I was
The
a little
Flying
upset when.
Pussyfoot.
Yeah, I was a little upset when
Flying Pussyfoot.
it wasn't another evil train. Like there wasn't a secondary train
Right.
to hit the tower that didn't show up at the end of the series. I mean, it's 2007. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that.
I mean,
Anyway, we'll get there later.
Yeah.
We'll get there later.
Uh,
I guess my ultimate thing is like, yep, I liked it. I liked it. At first, I didn't. I didn't think I was going to end by liking it, but I did end up liking it by the end.
yeah. Simeon, what are your thoughts on the anime as a whole?
So when I was first like stretching out into online anime and tokusatsu fandom, this was one of the anime. Like this was one of the like top recommendations. Oh, you want to get into anime? Watch this kind of shows for a couple of years, I remember. And just to establish like the period I'm talking about here, like the first person I remember saying this show's name was Jesu Otaku.
Yeah.
A while back. But now, like whenever I look at anime discussion and stuff, it feels more like a footnote than anything, and it feels like all I ever see people say is like, oh, it was really popular in the West for a hot minute, but it never took off in Japan because it deals with Western culture. And that's all I ever kind of knew about it. So I've always been low-key interested to check it out, but just never a priority for me. So I was happy for you to pick it, Boingo. I was like, oh, I can finally get this off the list. And as far as like actually enjoying it goes, yes, I did. It was a perfectly fine like sit down and have my lunch show. It didn't wow me, it didn't blow me away, and I'll be honest, there's not a lot that's kind of stuck with me in the like week and a half since I finished it. But I did not regret watching all of it.
Hell yeah. And I think the thing is a lot of like its wow factor was coming in 2007 and just saying, hey, you have to pay attention. The storyline's going to be fucking weird. We're telling it in this way because we want these plot points to hit you in certain ways.
And even then, that's not really like uncommon for like anime of this time, where it's like I mean, like this is kind of a different example, but like there's like multimedia like dot hacks or freaking Kagero projects that like they told their stories through multiple mediums, and anime was like the most popular one through it. But so
that's not what I'm describing. I'm describing literally like how it's like Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, Pulp Fiction. Okay, I guess that's very American influenced. Yeah, I was trying to get at where it's like anime's kind of like always had like not always, but like there's always been like around that era like big confusing or like oh you have to watch this and that, but it's like this is more just condensing it into like 13 episodes just told out of order and more like as you said climactic order.
It's also just there's a lot of character arcs to keep track of.
Yeah.
And half the episode, like, that's why I say it's a perfectly fine show, is, like, odds are you're only going to like maybe 60% of the characters. You're only going to get really invested in, like, half of them. And so there were episodes where I was just like, I kind of wish I was watching the other people right now. I mean, this is fine, but, like...
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm going to take a wild fucking swing and go like, you didn't vibe with Jacuzzi.
Yes.
I really didn't vibe with him at first because I thought he was voiced by a certain sex pest until I checked.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then I was just like, oh, he's fine. The thing
Okay.
is, he isn't the main character. I'm not supposed to get invested in him right away. So I was less annoyed by him than I am by certain other anime protagonists we've discussed on this show.
Well, there's not really a main character. There's a lot of protagonists in their little arcs.
Yeah.
Like Firo is a protagonist of his arc. Jacuzzi is one of the protagonists of the Pussyfoot arc.
Question.
Yes.
Did I hear correctly when I heard, I can't remember what their characters are named, but they're my favorites. The duo, the lady and the guy.
Isaac and Miria.
Yeah, like they're my favorite characters for sure.
They're so fucking good.
Yeah,
I swear to God,
the
at
dub
one
actors
point,
like steal it. Oh, you were saying?
I swear to God, at one point, the guy says, "I will spit on his cock." Did I hear that?
Probably.
You might have, yeah.
Because like I remember, like, I was like hearing it. I was playing it through my phone, sitting in the living room, and that line was said, and I was like, "Whoa, wait!" And Maddie's like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And I was like, I don't know.
I mean, it's not like that risque of a line, especially nowadays with like Invincible and shit.
I do love that there's like two different couples in this show that are just better takes on Harley and the Joker than DC has ever done.
That's fair. Because
Yeah,
the other one is Jacuzzi and his partner.
No, I meant what's his fucking name in Lua?
Eye Patch Wolf.
Eye Patch Wolf.
Yeah, that sounds like Eye Patch Wolf.
Yeah, I do think like the romances are pretty wholesome in this show. Like even in the more dire situations, they do find them have some wholesome moments throughout. Like even the mischief, you know.
Oh, the characters you were thinking of, or Sim, were Lad.
Yes, that's right. He's got a very basic name.
Yeah, well, Lad Russo.
Yeah, they're like the fucked up Harley Joker, and then Isaac and Miria are wholesome Harley Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Buster, because you mentioned that earlier, Isaac and Miria are connected to Durarara.
Oh, do they show up in that? Because I mean,
Yeah.
the end stinger of the entire like show is kind of like a post credit stinger for Durarara when you get down to it.
Yeah, they show up in Durarara.
Isaac and Miria will return.
yeah, exactly. That okay, we'll get into that later. Boygo, do you want to talk about like kind of what the big conspiracy of the show is, like what the big MacGuffins are?
Oh, well, they don't really hide it for long, but it is kind of like a twist that you kind of keep in the back pocket when trying to get someone into the show, because it turns out that there is a set of characters who are immortal. They drank an elixir given to them by a supposed demon long ago in the 1700s that made
Satan.
It's never directly said who he is.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making the joke.
But basically, they become immortal, and shit fuck happens.
Yeah, a lot of shit. Like,
and then we just jump 200 years later, and they're in America in Prohibition. Most of the story is not revolving around they're immortal whole conspiracy theory. No, it's just them living their lives. They just happen to be immortal.
Yeah,
I gotta say, fucking with the way this show integrates its like supernatural stuff, big Mistborn energy. Really felt the Era 2 vibe.
Well, that's also because Era 2 of Mistborn is straight up Prohibition fucking America, and God damn it!
Exactly.
I know. This is the worst part. Now that I know Brando Sando shit, now you can fucking make those references, and I fucking get them.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. I kind of realized this today while I was thinking back over what I could remember about the show. I was like, damn, I wasn't bothered at all by the supernatural twist in this, even though it starts off as like a fairly normal drama. Why did this bother me? But then like JoJo really pissed me off. Oh, I've read Mistborn now.
Yeah, you're
So what
a
you're
little bit
saying
more in the
is-
weeds of fantasy.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is I could pull a JoJo again. Nah,
Yeah, I
can't.
think I think Sim might enjoy part 4.
It's entirely possible.
But we have to do part 3 first. Whatever.
Yeah, yes, but I'm just saying, if anything, he might enjoy part 4. Snow Code would probably enjoy part 3 and maybe 6.
I'll keep it tied, but like there was a specific thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway,
But essentially, back to Baccano. There's 3 major plot lines, one of which is the best way I can describe it is the Firo initiation plot line, where Firo is integrated into a mafioso family.
Mm-hmm.
We then have the Flying Pussyfoot, which I think is really the backbone of the entire show. Like the Flying Pussyfoot,
tactic moments happen on it.
Flying Pussyfoot is like the best action, a lot of the great character bits. Really good stuff. It's also the most unhinged part of the show.
Yeah, because you got like freaking the big eye patch wolf guy we mentioned earlier, just being like yucking it up.
And then we have the final chunk of it, which I'm trying to get the proper name, which is focused on a young girl trying to uncover her brother, of just finding her brother.
Yeah.
And all the while, we do get bits and parts of other things. And note, the major cast of each of these parts is different. The characters will show up where they're needed, but the main cast driving the story will be different. There are pieces that continue on through, like Isaac and Miria show up in pretty much every story plot because they're the fool. That's their role. They're there to be
the
like
comic relief.
The comic relief, but also to be the hat on the whole thing. And I'll get to that in a moment, because watching it this time made me realize something that young me never would have noticed. So real quick, was it at all confusing trying to jump back and forth between all the storylines?
Yes,
A little bit.
Yeah.
It took a minute.
Yeah. Like, it was a bit brain teasery, like, at times, but it's like, I still enjoyed myself. Like, the character dynamics managed to carry me, like, until, like, yeah, I can understand.
It took me till, like, about 5 or 6 episodes in to really start, like, gathering it instead of normal. Like, I couldn't get settled with it the way I normally do with the show, just because of the format that I had to watch it in.
Yeah.
And then by then, I think I was already used to, like, seeing the jump around. Like, the jump around stuff was just, like, I'm not sure if it would have mattered, just because of how long it took me to get into it.
Also, this made me realize this is why Boingo likes Combinator Kiva. Like, this is
Yeah. Look, if you give me a story where I have to actually like process how it's being told to me, I think I enjoy it a little bit more. That's probably why I love comics so much, because you actually have to think about how you're reading the panels.
Yeah. And like what context the book came out in and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But we can just go in actual chronological order instead of having to jump everywhere. So we'll start with the Firo plot line of Firo is being integrated into a mafia family by... He has a specific fucking name, and I can't remember it.
Everyone has specific names. It can't prove your existence.
Yes, but being Maiza. He's being integrated into a mafia family by Maiza, and he gets wrapped up in what is the only ramifications and repercussions of the Immortal plotline. So yeah, what do you think of Firo and Maiza?
How do you spell Maiza again?
Maiza's the guy with the glasses.
And Firo's the chick then, right?
No, that's Eames. Chick is Eames. Firo's the guy with the baby face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Maiza. This is Firo. Enos is also a major part of that. She's the homunculus.
Yeah, I honestly think, like, I don't remember a lot about this part of the show. Like, one, because it's been a week, but two, it's like, I don't know, I don't know, like, it just felt like the least memorable to me. Like, like in terms of like, oh, there's a whole show. Like I remember more of the Pussyfoot, the search for the brother or
Dallas.
sister, Alice. Yeah.
I'd say I like the babyface character.
Yeah.
I know the least about the glasses guy, just
Yeah, it
because I
doesn't feel
really
like-
got to clock him by the end of it.
Yeah.
And seeing the babyface character at the beginning getting his fingers cut and then coming back to it, that's when I was immediately like, oh, this is more anime than it is anything else. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it. I don't.
Yeah, that's fair. I
You
probably
hit it. You just said prohibition American. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and I looked at the picture of it and I was like, oh, okay, so it might be a more grounded anime. That might be interesting.
Grounded. But yeah, no, Firo just enjoyed in the Mafia. It has a lot of just simple gags. Dealing with all that. Like I'm remembering two chuckle fucks from the Mafia doing the fire on a glove thing. One of them is doing a party trick, put some lighter fluid on his glove and lights it, but it's a leather glove, so it's fine. The other guy doesn't realize it, puts lighter fluid on his cotton glove and just burns his hand.
Yeah.
It's also the end of the major alchemist. Fucking, where's his name? Salazar, and a lot of that kind of stuff.
Again, there's a lot of names to keep track of in this show. Please forgive us, audience.
Yeah, but like that's the thing that I think is enjoyable about it, because it's all these characters. Like, it doesn't feel like a story. It feels like what happens in the world, and the characters just come and go as they are because they're people.
Yeah. It makes it feel more lively because it's like, oh, I'm just like watching a moment in time, or like a snapshot in life.
It's also just like it's a wholesome Goodfellas.
Yeah. Like, legit, when Firo finally joins the Mafia, they're just going like, I'm going to fire this gun in celebration. Bang. That's it. It's just funny and goofy.
Yeah.
But since you guys have talked about it a couple times, let's actually dive into the Flying Pussyfoot.
It's a good name for a train.
Very good name for a train.
I don't like it as a name for a train. I'm not even being contrarian or anything like that. I legitimately don't like it.
Really?
It's whatever. It's fine. It's just...
Could be
do
better.
you think it's just a silly name?
Yeah, I think it relies too much on the P word.
That's fair.
I mean, that's the joke.
That's the joke.
Listen, I like me some trains, and it feels like you don't get a whole lot of focus on the train as much as you could. Feels like I don't get this much in-depth detail on specifically the train, and...
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of more about just the passengers dealing with the train stuff, because the train is just more of the location. They're not trying to stop the train or do anything of that. It's just more of like, yep, they're in this location.
Like I think they use it to like very like interesting set pieces, especially like the action towards the end of the climax of the arc.
Or all the fight scenes that are on top of it with
Yeah.
the rail chaser and Lad
Mm-hmm.
and Klein. There's a little. Basically, the best way to put it is 3 completely different factions get on the train in order to do what they need to do, and all start having a war at each other. In one faction, you have Jacuzzi's gang, who's just trying to do what they need to do. You have the orchestra, who's trying to do what they need to do, and you have Lad's cult. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, they all kind of like intersect and interfere, and so fights happen.
So, am I gonna blow your guys' minds when I tell you that the whole thing of the Pussyfoot is just the 3 major arguments of existentialism having an anime fight?
That's the most fucking boingo goddamn.
All right, get it. What happened?
Poo poo pee pee.
Poo poo pee
Poo
pee.
pee pee.
Okay, I can see it, but would you like to explain your reason?
Well, on its base level, Lad is a nihilist. He is nothing matters. Fuck it. Fine. Like, let's kill everything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The rail chaser is solipsism, which, if you aren't aware of what solipsism is, it is the belief that you are the only thing that exists. because you're the only thing that can prove itself to itself. Anything could just be artificial stimuli, and you have no way to prove or disprove it.
I got up and walked out of my apartment for comedic effect, and the couple that lives across the hall was coming back from something.
Uh-oh.
And they literally just looked at me and were like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Comedy." And then walked back in.
Congratulations, Simeon. You are now the crazy neighbor.
Yeah. Congrats, buddy. You're on Crit Confessional.
If you want to feel better about that interaction, Maddie found a quarter, and I picked the quarter up and stuck it to my forehead, forgot it was there, and I went to take Bruce outside and had a conversation with my new next-door neighbor, while Bruce flipped upside down and just, like, sprinkler pissed everywhere, literally, like, on his back, sprinkler pissed. And I, like, looked down, and I'm like, oh, God, oh, no, don't do that. And then I was like, all right, see you later. And I go to, like, wipe my head from sweat, and I feel the quarter, and I'm like, dude, that guy's going to think I'm the weirdest motherfucker on the planet.
Oh
My only option was to confront it, because I saw him later the day, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm able to stick quarters to my forehead, and I did it as a joke like, with my partner, and I forgot it was there, and it just stayed there for, like, an hour. And he's like, dude, no, it's totally fine. I figured it was just something. I figured it was, like, a religion or something, and or whatever, man. And I was like, all right, dude. This guy's a doctor, by the way.
God.
So, yeah, there you go. Not as bad.
Cody, I love you.
I don't love that. I live here.
What was the third arc of Baccano again? Or do you want to get into the existentialism first?
Right. Vlad is nihilism. The rail chaser is solipsism. And they are fundamentally the ones that succeed are the ones that dive into absurdism. Isaac, Miria, and their friends.
Yeah.
Basically,
what we're saying is we all need to get funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all looking at the world in front of them that does not have meaning. Vlad sees the lack of meaning in the world and goes like, death. Death is the only option. The rail chaser goes like, the world doesn't have meaning because I am the world. I'm the only thing that matters. And Isaac, Miria, Jacuzzi, all of them basically go, nothing in the world matters. We will make our own meaning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see that with Isaac and Miria. Miria will pose a question, and Isaac doesn't think about it. He will just give whatever bullshit flows out of his mouth.
Yeah.
A lot of cool fight scenes, though.
Yeah, very well directed anime.
How do you guys feel about Lad? Because I can see him being not necessarily a divisive character, but just like we got to deal with this guy.
He's one of the characters where whenever he was on screen, 90% of the time, I was just like, oh, I don't. This guy's just crazy guy. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
The bit where he's like, he's fighting the rail tracer, and then is it Eve who shows up, and he's like, oh, I want to hit that. I was like, oh, this is interesting. What?
Shane LaForette, the mute woman.
Yeah, the mute woman. And then you get the whole episode that's from her POV, and she's one of the characters that I was legitimately like, oh, you're interesting. I would watch a show about it.
You're watching a show about it right now.
That's
like a whole show, Buster.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like you find your little. This is very much a find your Blorbo kind of show.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, oh, what a surprise! Simeon likes the beautiful woman with the tortured backstory who's trying to be brave in spite of it all.
There's like that's an interesting thing about like a lot. There's a lot of great female characters in this that are varied and different and interesting. Like we have Enos, who's the homunculus in Firo's story. She's hard as nails, trying to be human, learning what that means, all that kind of stuff. You have Miria, who is admittedly a ditzy character, but that never stops her from being effective as a character.
Mm-hmm.
You have Shane LaForette, who is the mute assassin kind of thing. You have what's her name? The bomb woman who's
The bomb?
the girlfriend of
The
Jacuzzi.
girl with the cherry bombs.
Nice Hollystone.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
In dub, they pronounce it niece, which I thought was
Yeah. This is the character I was talking about, Buster.
Yeah. She has one of the more memorable designs of the show.
Jacuzzi and her both have very distinct designs because Jacuzzi has a big fucking tattoo on his face.
literally until they started saying tattoos, I thought they were just horribly scarred, and we were gonna have a flashback where something blows up in their face.
Well, I mean, we do
I
get
thought
a
it was a
flashback.
scar as well.
Yeah, we do get a flashback for her scars.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Is his tattoos are because she has scars, and I'm like, you're trying to tug on my heartstrings, but it's just a little too manufactured.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I can praise the way they do the story all I want for making it feel just lived in and characters just kind of float in and out like how life is. They are heightened characters. They are in a distinct stylized universe and they are main characters. You know?
Are they main characters if they're not all the main character?
Well, I mean, depends on the arc. Sometimes they're a main character, sometimes they're a supporting character. Like, they didn't adapt the whole light novel, and I know there's an arc later on in the light novel where Lad, Isaac, and I think Firo all get sent to Alcatraz, and they have to
That's
escape.
hilarious.
Yeah, and they all have to escape, and it's just like that's the kind of thing that makes this universe interesting. Of just like he creates these characters and then just goes like, all right, cool, train heist. What's gonna happen if I throw these guys there? You know
what? That is just that whole arc. I have no idea what it's actually like, but I'm just picturing the meme of the lady with the two kids on leash, and Firo is the lady.
Yeah. And then we have the final story arc, which is the finding of Dallas, which is kind of a sequel to the first one with Firo, because that's a subplot in that one. Again, it all ties in together. It all is logically linked together, and why you would break it up in certain ways the way they did. It's just the way they do it, you know?
Yeah.
We also get the newspaper who all just train guns on you if the second you go like, I don't know if you're trustworthy.
Yeah, those are funny guys.
Some heckin' fellas.
I'm trying to think of more to say.
Yeah, I did do some research into like the English dub, and it was very interesting because it's like apparently some Funimation director was like, this was kind of like a hard show to cast because there was a lot of older men as opposed to like the youthful characters we usually dub. So it was like it took a little longer to like get the dub together for this show, which was interesting to like learn, especially because I had bigger cast than normal too. So
yeah, that makes sense.
You know, for as much as we said the extra episodes are superfluous, I do love the dominoes scene. It's very cute little moment.
I mean, I get they're good episodes. It's just like weirdly, like it's just like I thought, like I tackled them in a weird way compared to everyone else.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not saying you shouldn't watch them. It's just more of like you didn't need to. So we can just dive into like individual things. We talked about Isaac and Miria, but they're just great. Some of the best fucking comic relief characters of all time.
Oh my god! I just realized they're just Jesse and James.
the same archetype.
I mean, they're also.
Is that just an archetype in Japanese media?
Yes, like it's like it's usually a trio, because it's like what is the show? It's a Tatsunoko show.
Yeah, they don't have a meow. Bad.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like the Tatsunoko show with the pretty lady who like within the two Wario and Waluigi guys.
Is it? I'm trying to remember the name of the bad guys because it's from Yatterman.
Yatterman villains. Yeah, that's the archetype.
The Dorombo game.
Yeah, Dorombo. These guys. This is the archetype. Like we were like that. Was
it's a classic archetype for just like fun, goofy bad guys.
Yeah.
They're just good characters. They're genuinely some of the best fucking people. Like always positive, always energetic. Whenever they're on screen,
I
you're just
like if I may skip to the end, the last scene with them is amazing because it's like they only now, like in 2001, realize, oh wait a minute, we're immortal. Oh wait a minute.
and then they freak out.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
It's great.
I really expected that flash forward scene to be like, oh wait a minute, we're immortal, and I'm like, wait a minute, where they're at, what's gonna happen, what am I gonna, like I literally had to stop and look up when the
Mirio, what
show
is that
came
plane
out.
doing?
No.
I'm like, are they gonna be that? Are they gonna do that? I'm like, surely they couldn't. It's too soon. It would have been way too soon. They would have got in trouble.
I mean, if the Robert Pattinson movie could do that, like in 2009, I think.
Imagine them just walking away from it being like the only two. Like, oh,
No,
well, I don't know what happened.
all right. End the bit. End the bit. You get the
End of
idea.
bit. End of bit. Any of the other mafia characters other than like Firo and Miza kind of stick out to you?
Not
The
really.
old
Again,
man,
I was like,
or not the old man. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he fits that description. The bigger character, the larger guy. I thought he was enjoyable.
There's a lot of just fun like mooks they got just rolling
I
around.
mean, that's
Well,
the
the
thing,
bit
is they're all
parts.
kind of just archetypes of that genre.
Yeah, they're just mooks, the galooks.
yeah, like, hey, bongs.
I will say it's good that I watch this now instead of back when I was getting into anime and toku, because I've actually seen like a couple of bigger mafia movies in the last few years, so I have a little bit more appreciation for what the show was doing in that regard.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's talk about one of the more interesting immortal characters, Cheslaw, a young boy.
Oh yeah, he's funny. He's an archetype, but he's like an archetype I always enjoy seeing, of like, oh, it's the kid who's way older than they look. That's we've all seen that, but it's always neat.
It's not always neat.
It's not always neat, but it's also like the way they play with it in here is interesting, and I think.
Yeah, I will say it's better here than most places. At least it didn't do the thing that I don't like them doing, the bad thing that they do with that archetype. But
I
was
think
more interesting. It was more like Cowboy Bebop, that one character who, through some happenstance, is essentially like a child forever, and he's a mobster and needs a special bullet to take him down, type of stuff. That was a pretty interesting arc in that.
I think it is interesting of just playing with if you're immortal and you last a long fucking time, that's a lot of time to build up trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And just how do you deal with that? How do you recognize it? Because the person who was essentially going to be his caretaker post immortality decided, I'm gonna experiment on this kid, and by experiment I mean torture.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the absurdists save the day because of just seeing the value of him and kindness. Isaac and Miria save the kid.
He is also like constantly for the whole thing just being like, nah, it's happened before. You can't do this shit. You can't do shit to me that will fuck me up. It's kind of that the proving of the saying, or putting it into action, of what doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
But also it's false, because again, the rail chaser, we'll talk about him in a moment. He's a solipsistic guy. Goes like, yeah, well, I don't have to kill you. I can just cut all your muscles out of your arms. You're immortal. You're not going to die from that. How long can you last like that? And then it's like, oh, a real sadist can fuck me up hard.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is neat and interesting for a character to kind of be going through, you know?
Yeah, it's a much more fun direction to take it in than, say, the Black Hammer.
Mm-hmm. No, there's just so many cool characters, and that's the thing. You know what? Baccano's like a fighting game.
Yeah, a Baccano fighting game would go hard.
I mean,
wouldn't that just be the what's that one with the big band?
That's called. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of same time period.
Yeah. I guess, like the musical style. I mean, they're both very different, like in terms of premise. But I guess.
Also, just for future reference, here's Isaac and Miria in Durarara. They actually showed up in the anime.
They're dressed like Pokemon characters.
Yeah, like the bug catcher. Yeah, bug catcher in the Shrine Maiden. Yeah, great. Yeah, well, that's something to look forward to when I eventually get back into Durarara.
Now, is it different studios that make Durara and this?
No, it's actually the same people. I looked it up. It's the same group.
Same voice actors?
No, not in the dub. Not in the dub. I checked. The dub changed the
course not.
I think it's the same in the Japanese version.
Yeah, it's the same in Japanese and French. They got 2 different English guys.
Yeah.
No, it's the same for Miria.
Really?
Wow.
She only has one English voice actress.
Really?
Caitlin Glass.
That's
I could have sworn, like, because whatever. Okay.
Wow, what a killer fucking name for an actress.
Yeah, I mean, all the dub, like, I watched the dub, so, like,
oh, she's the English voice actor for Damien Desmond in Spy Family.
Oh, that's a pretty recent show, so.
Yeah, I mean, she's still working. She voiced Mina in Boku no Hero. She has a lot of good credits to her name.
But yeah, like I think Boingo said made all of us watch the dub, and I thought it was a really well done dub. It felt very natural.
I thought it was perfectly fine.
You know what? Coming from you, that's high praise.
Yeah, that's high praise.
It's from that era right before dubs start getting really bad. So it's like, it could have been worse. There was nothing in it that like pissed me off, but there were no performances that I was like, oh, this is an all-timer. They're really swinging for the fences. I'm like, everybody's doing their job. Yeah.
I think what elevates it for me is like they do try to have naturalistic accents.
Yeah, the accents help a lot to like kind of like ground you into the setting.
And like certain actors do interesting things. Like the guy who plays Misa, we do have a whole episode of the flashback in a boat in the middle of the 1700s when he becomes immortal, and he has a much thicker accent there. And it's interesting to see how you can hear bits of that in the contemporary version of the way he talks.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. I do like Isaac and Miria having full-on mid-Atlantic accents, like transatlantic accents.
Yeah, I will say some of the accents were kind of tough for me. For the most part, it was fine. Jacuzzi, man, I rarely get annoyed by characters in anime, and that just overdid it for me for a little bit. Just a little.
Yeah.
It's like when the squeal tab breaks through the brake pad, and you just haven't changed your brakes yet, and you know you need to, but it's still there, and you hear it every time, and it just is. You know.
That's understandable. Jacuzzi is a very very specific kind of character.
A very acquired taste. I liked him. I thought he was fine.
Yeah, I think once you get past the he cries all the time gimmick of the character, you see like, oh, that's what you're really about. Okay,
he's strong enough to cry like a little bitch.
Do you want to wrap up, or is there any other topics you want to touch on?
I think it's a shame that Baccano is not talked about much more in a contemporary context. And as always, I'll put my flag down in the 90% of the complaints contemporary anime fans have about anime would disappear if they actually went through the back catalog of anime instead of just watching the seasonal.
Of course.
And this is a prime example of that. Like, oh, you want strong female characters who aren't overly sexualized? And
don't watch shonen first.
Yeah, and with no fan service. Here you go. Here's Baccano. Here's some great female characters. Here's interesting plot lines. It's something to actually have your brain chew on. But it's not so overly complex that you go like, I need someone to explain the show to me. You know, it's not End of Evangelion. You know, it's not that complex.
Even then, I don't know. Actually, no, I can't.
I'm being overly glib. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something you have to. It's not serial experiments, but it's
also
fun.
Like any fucking fandom, you can lobby the complaint at them of like, You would enjoy the thing a lot more if you weren't so focused on current.
Yeah.
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 But
Baccano good. There's one thing I do want to kind of like lob at you, and I only realized. Do you think Baccano is related to Bacchanal?
Bacchanal. What's Bacchanal?
What in the goddamn is that?
Bacchanal, Bacchanal, I think is the more correct way to pronounce it, was an ancient Roman celebration of just chaos. It was meant to be like topsy-turvy, like masters served the slaves kind of thing for a day. Like, that's kind of the point. And I think, because Baccano just seems like a nonsense phrase, but if it's related to Bacchanal, and everything is topsy-turvy. There's immortals, there's gangsters, things are just...
Okay, so it's Italian for ruckus.
Okay, so it's close. I'm close. We're on the right track. We're right tracking.
Why am I the one who did most of the research for like the behind the scenes? God damn it!
I want to talk about the show itself because I think it's good and I think it's solid. And I really enjoyed coming back to it because, like, hell yeah, this was just like brought me back to like getting really into anime because it was around that time, and that was Gurren Lagann and this show and things of that nature that were like getting me into anime. And you can tell that explains some things about me as a contemporary anime fan, I think.
Yeah, like it's kind of weird to think those shows are like more boomery when there's like.
The problem is, I was actually thinking about this all this week because somebody brought this up with comics. So many fandoms have this thing where as soon as like the internet became a thing, we said, oh, we're in the modern age of this thing. And then we just stopped delineating new ages. And like the modern age of most fandoms is now like nearly 40 years long. Like, when are we going to start sectioning this shit off? Because clearly it's different. You can see at this point if you look back.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too, where it's just like, I think calling something a modern age is kind of dumb. Like, it just, at least in terms of like retrospective content, because it's like, what happens when the age is over?
Like, the only time that, like, I have to put a little, the only time is like asterisk modern art. That's a very specific movement.
Yeah, very specific movement. But like, I'm talking about like, in terms of like dumb cartoon shit like this.
Yeah, but most people who don't know art are just going to say like, "Oh, modern art," and it's like, no, that's
like 2000s or 2010s or like the decade it's in. So it's like,
I'm just saying, we need to delineate the 90s and the 2000s as the fucking steel age of comics already.
The steel age. I don't know why that made me laugh.
The zinc age.
The zinc age.
I mean, the 90s are much more along the lines of rust than anything.
The plastic age.
The rust.
Well, I say the steel age because it's like you're we are getting into weeds now. God damn.
All right. Anyway, should we let Cody decide what we're watching next?
Well, hold on. Final thoughts. Baccano is a really good anime. I think more people should watch it in contemporary age. It has a lot of great elements that I just think aren't brought up a ton.
Aren't celebrated enough.
Aren't celebrated enough. If you already like Durarara, try Baccano. If you liked Baccano, there you go. There's another anime for you to watch because it's very similar tonally. It's a lot of low city level kind of character work with some supernatural sprinkled in. That's the very driving vibe of those kind of shows. Buster, what are your final thoughts on Baccano?
Show good. It makes me excited to go back to Durarara eventually.
Simeon?
It's a neat little show. You should watch it if you want to.
Cody?
I could lightly recommend it.
You know what? Fair.
Sorry, that sounded
There was a fucking gradient to our opinions there. That's incredible.
No, it's just like it's interesting how I wouldn't say when it's something that we can just generally go like, yeah, that's nice, that's fun, that's enjoyable. It's hard to get a conversation out of it. Yeah. But when it's like really fucking amazing, we can talk about it a lot. Or if it's like garbage, well, we either don't want to talk about it because it's fucking that bad, or we can talk about it forever. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Cody, what are we gonna watch next time? Or read or play?
Robots.
Robots?
Robots?
The Blue Sky
Robots.
movie?
Yes.
The DreamWorks movie?
No, the Blue
Yes.
Sky movie. Okay, let me grab the poster.
Just
Just
I mean-
robots.
Robots.
I
I know what Cody's talking about. From the creators of Ice Age, it's robots.
Yeah.
That's the
Robots.
animated movie.
Robin Williams' greatest performance. Let's go.
Okay,
it's also
I
Mel
know a
Brooks'
lot about
greatest
this movie
performance.
from James, so this will be a very. I've never watched this movie in full. So this
I
will be
mean,
very-
one of the songs from
I
it
have
has
so
gotten
many
fucking
fetish
TikTok
facts to
popular.
stop about this film.
You have so many what?
Fetish facts.
What?
I mean, great. You're gonna ruin Cody's childhood. All right, you know what?
It is exactly what you think it is. The art direction of this movie, just look at the characters.
And
I mean, Aunt Fanny has a big fanny.
yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah, I guess.
Oh man, you're tapping on the iceberg right there.
God,
All right,
can
all
I-
right.
is
Well,
it-
we'll
can
get to
I
that next
change?
episode with Blue Sky.
No, I think it's locked in, buddy. All right.
The episode of all
Oh,
time.
see a need, fill a need.
It's gonna fill a need.
You know what? Actually, we're gonna play the the GameCube game Robots.
No,
Fuck you.
no. I veto that. I cannot do that. This
It's really
month.
bad.
Yeah.
See, when you said robots, I was thinking, oh, are you making us read like Isaac Asimov? I was like, no, we're doing this.
We're doing the animated film from 2005. I guess we're perpetually stuck into that era.
I think it has a nice theme. We'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy
Yeah,
it.
I think we'll enjoy it. I hope we enjoy it.
I personally will enjoy it.
Yeah, well, of course.
One person in this podcast will enjoy. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy this podcast. If you enjoyed our conversations and would like to hear more, please follow us on your podcasting platform of choice and subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave a like. Comment down below what you thought about Baccano and our upcoming one on robots. In the meantime, fellas, do we have no? Fellas, we need to plug our shit. Buster, tell them people where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Buster. You can find me talking about various things on my YouTube channel. I relaunched my Patreon and I'm doing weekly blogs on it. So go check that out if you want to financially support me and keep me afloat. But also I'm on Blue Sky yapping about everything and everyone. So yeah, those are the core things to get out of the way.
Simeon,
Yeah,
you want to plug your shit?
yeah,
Is that it?
yeah.
All right, you fucking weirdo. Snowcone, would you like to plug your shit?
Hello, my name is Snowbert C. Cobert, and you can find me at Blue Sky at Snowcone83, never_robot on Instagram, or Snowcone83 on most video game platforms.
Hell yeah, and I'm Boingo Writer. You can find me on a variety of places on the internet. Just look for the links down in the description. Hope you enjoyed your time here. Next time, we're going to talk about robots. Anybody have any final words?
Pee-pee.
Of course.